Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is a Tuesday. Today is the 30th day of May, National Creativity Day, National Mint Julep Day, National Hole in My Bucket Day, National Water a Flower Day. So if you got a hole in your bucket.
In my bucket.
If you got a hole in your bucket, you can water a flower with it. Loomis Day and World Multiple Sclerosis Day. We know some people who struggle with MS. That is a tough thing. But today is the day to hopefully, I don't want to say celebrate that, but celebrate the people who are working to find a cure for that. And I've got a guest joining me on the phone again, sadly. It was so much fun to have him in the studio. But Tuesdays with Charlie.
Oh, yeah.
He, for whatever reason, is too good to hang out here all the time. So we'll be chatting with him over the telephone coming up here in just a little bit. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
What a year. With prices on everything going up, it's more important than ever to have a better credit card. Some people use a credit card that's not a very good one. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. A new study may give evidence that an area of the brain can experience a wave of activity for some people right before they die. So the study from the University of Michigan recorded activity in the area of the brain associated with consciousness in 4 patients who were in a coma. They died from cardiac arrest while in a hospital under EEG monitoring. After the patients were removed from life support, once it was determined that they were beyond medical help, 2 of the 4 showed an increase in heart rate and a surge of gamma wave activity in their brain, which is considered the fastest brain activity, and it's associated with consciousness. What does this mean? When similar results were witnessed last year in the death of an 87-year-old man, researchers said the rhythmic brain activity could support the, quote, life flashing before your eyes theory.
Oh.
So,
that's interesting.
It's very interesting. And there's still so much we don't know. It's amazing to me. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know Owen Wilson needs a new pair of PJs?
No,
This was
I
almost
did not.
almost going to be a part of our big screen, little screen. It could have been a part of our weird news, but it landed here. A homeless man got into Owen Wilson's house and put on his pajamas. Police say the man ended up inside
So
Wilson's
weird.
Santa Monica home, rummaging through the house before slipping into the actor's PJs. Reportedly, Wilson's assistant came home to discover the intruder coming face to face with the man before they both fled in different directions. Owen's assistant called the police, who arrested a pajama-clad suspect. It is believed nothing else was taken. So
That is so bizarre.
it is very bizarre. So I wonder what Owen Wilson said.
Wow.
Oh, you beat me to it. Wow. You took my pajamas, man. Wow. All right. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. This Ken doll is a former WWE champ. John Cena revealed that he ended up becoming one of the members of the cast of the new Barbie movie, kind of by chance.
I can't wait to see that.
Margot Robbie, he was talking to her, and that's how he ended up landing this gig. He was on the same set. He was apparently filming Fast and Furious, that film,
Sure.
Fast X. And he was like right across the street on the set from the filming of this Barbie movie.
Right.
And he went over and chatted and ended up getting a role as a merman, one of the Ken dolls. So that's kind of cool. Cena also admitted he was short-sighted and selfish for starting a feud with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson a decade ago. Whole story here that talks about that if you want to read all the details. And they definitely can pay their bills. Jay-Z and Beyonce bought an enormous new Malibu compound in cash, $200 million. They're like, yeah, there's a suitcase over there. Just grab that.
Just take whatever one.
Get on your way. And you may have heard that Harrison Ford gets de-aged for a flashback sequence in the new Indiana Jones movie. Well, they recently talked to him a little bit about that. And can you imagine what it would look like to be 35 years younger? You know, you just see that all of a sudden magically. So there's an interesting story about that. It's
cool.
all in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If it's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring in your current phone. iPhones and Samsung phones both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. According to a new study, American women have bigger breasts than women around the world. So,
Okay.
who's doing this study? You know, it was a group
Why?
of guys at a college somewhere. They're like, you know, we gotta do a study. So let's do this study. Just imagine how much fun this study's going to be. You know, that's what
I
it
wonder
was.
if they got to travel to find out.
Probably. And they're like, okay,
Well, we
ma'am.
have to go see.
This is a very important study. You do me a favor. Take off that shirt. No, I have no idea. I'm not sure how this whole thing went down.
Or why.
I just thought it was really interesting. And with the Barbie movie set to become one of this summer's big blockbusters, people in New York are getting an early taste of Barbie World with the opening of Malibu Barbie Cafe. It's as pink as you might imagine. Pop-up restaurant decked out like a girly West Coast beach bungalow where there are pink palm trees, Instagram
Love it.
backgrounds, and Madonna's Material Girl blasting on the speakers. Not a detail has been overlooked with the original Malibu Barbie first released in what year, Heidi? If you were going to guess.
50-something.
No, the first Malibu Barbie.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. 82.
No, 71, which
Really?
surprises me. I thought it was in the 80s as well. Anyway, the first Malibu Barbie from 71 is there to greet you at the front door. Guests of the two-story, 120-seat restaurant can build a sandcastle in a real sand pit. They can step into a life-size Malibu Barbie box
That is
for an
so
Instagram
great.
shot. Or they could jump on a surfboard and pretend to ride the waves for another fun photo. The food is not plastic, but they say it is fantastic. Of course they say that. By the sounds of things, the menu includes the Live Your Dream grilled cheese. Kids can sample the Pacific Paradise Rainbow pancakes. Several menu items have a vibrant pink that's perfectly on theme. And, Barbie girls and boys who are old enough to remember the Think Pink Margarita, the French 71 in honor of Malibu's first year. Oh, so these are for kids that are old enough, these are all drinks.
Oh, okay.
And the beach mojito. Anyway, I've got a link if you want to read all this. It's not even...
I would love to see that.
It's not going to be around forever. It's only there through September 15th.
So cool.
I've got a link and photos and everything in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
InsuranceChicken.com wants to know, how much are you paying for your insurance? I know it seems like a hassle to switch to a different company, but if you can save a few bucks, it's worth crossing the road to InsuranceChicken.com. We have several of the top insurance companies trying to earn your business. They do that by offering great insurance that is cheap. Okay, enough of the silly chicken puns. It's time to get serious about saving you money on your insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
So what are we going to learn today?
Hey, did you know that when you flush your toilet, an invisible cloud of water full of germs shoots 6 feet in the air?
Yeah, I heard about that. That's kind of gross. That's where you're supposed to close the lid first.
I never thought about that.
Yeah. I bet you'll close the lid now, won't you?
No,
No, I never close the lid.
don't care.
I really don't care either.
There are some who flush while they're still on the toilet to avoid that.
Then it squirts up on you.
No, I suppose it would.
And you smell anyway, so it'll make no difference.
There you go. Whatever it takes.
Well, let me ask you, have you ever milked a cow by hand?
I have. It's been a long time ago, but I have.
Okay, how many squirts in a gallon of milk?
Ooh, boy, I bet there's a
Oh.
lot. Probably I'd say 75 squirts.
340 to 350.
Yeah, I was going to say it's way more than 75 because I've seen them do it. I've never done it, but not much
It's a lot of
comes out.
squirts. See, I knew it was a bunch. I underestimated the amount of squirts.
Hey, then a tomato plant was found on the 40-year-old volcanic island Lurchi. Scientists were boggled as to how it got there. Apparently, it was from a scientist taking a dump.
What?
Served as a natural compost.
I wonder if it could have been from a bird flying over and doing that.
No, because they run a test on it. It was
Either that or it was just a really, really big bird.
somebody was out there doing something they shouldn't have been doing. Hey, then researchers at the Georgia Institute of Technology discovered that all mammals over a certain size, including humans, take approximately 21 seconds to pee.
We talked about this before. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that too because you were timing yourself.
I was. And it's right. It's like almost exactly 21 seconds.
Well, wait till you get a little older. It'll take about 35.
Well, and if you drink a lot, like I was drinking a ton of water for a while there, and then it was like way more than 21 seconds. So maybe that's too much information.
Maybe just a bit.
And did you know that humans are the only animals on Earth that chew gum?
Well, of course we are. You think you're going to have a donkey pull out a stick of bubble gum? That's not going to happen.
You give a monkey a piece, he will chew it for a couple of minutes, then take it out and stick it in his hair.
I think the same thing happens with Charlie, so just kidding.
So a monkey can't chew gum, he just don't like it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how upset the other monkeys that have to clean that monkey's hair would be when they're trying to get that gum out of his hair?
Probably not thrilled.
WD-40.
Yeah.
It's all over him.
Monkeys don't have that.
Well, they don't have gum either, but somebody give it to them.
Probably some jerk at the zoo.
I'm just trying to figure out how that whole entire experiment went right there. I think it was on purpose, or
We should
just
try that
accidental?
next time. Hold a stick of gum into the monkey cage.
No. Pretty sure we get kicked out of the zoo again.
You want a stick of gum?
You ready for a question, Charlie?
Yeah.
All right. Boeing 767 airliners, the big, really big airplanes, how many different parts does it take when they're putting that together to make one of those? It's a lot.
Oh, goodness.
And I know you're probably not going to have the answer, but
No.
this is the kind of fun stuff we like to ask.
Well, just tell me how many, because I have no idea.
If you were going to just guess a number, and
Let's
I'll tell you
guess,
if it's more or less.
500,000.
Oh, it's more than that. Heidi, how about you?
1.2 million.
No, it's 3.1 million separate
Whoa!
parts. Yeah, going in to build a Boeing 767 airliner. And I'll bet,
Whoa.
each screw is probably counted in that.
Oh, I suppose. That's not fair.
No, it's absolutely fair. That's how many parts it takes to make a Boeing 767.
What if they're short about 1,000 parts? Or
Well,
then you don't want to get on the Boeing.
Skip that flight. It's not going to be good.
That's really scary because that's a lot of things that can go wrong, and you're coasting through the air on that thing.
Yeah, well, they double check. They go through their list, and they say, okay, did you miscount?
Wow.
I only got 3 million. We're supposed to have 3,100,000.
when I'm putting something together, I always got a bag left over with the parts in it.
I do, too. I don't know why that is. I think they sent us extra parts, Charlie.
What do they do if they're building a plane? They got
Yeah, that's good enough.
Do you know where this goes?
Did you skip
worry
step
about it.
7?
Pretty sure that was supposed to go on the nose cone, but yeah, we should be good. Well, Charlie, it is always a pleasure to chat. Thank you so much for visiting with us today.
I'll do it again next week.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Charlie.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there, we talk to him every week just because we can. It's a little program we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
What a year. With prices on everything going up, it's more important than ever to have a better credit card. Some people use a credit card that's not a very good one. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The sting from a killer bee contains less venom than the sting from a regular bee. It's just more powerful venom.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's why. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that?
You seem confused on the first
I'm
one.
very confused.
Do you have questions? Is there...
I mean, why would it be a killer bee then?
Because it's got more powerful venom, but
Okay.
it doesn't need as much.
Okay.
All right. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Dogs sneeze to show that they're play fighting. Oh, our dog does that all the time.
She does.
She'll
snort.
Yeah. And I'm like, what are you doing? But that's just to let me know she's playing around. Okay. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Goats have accents depending on the region where they grow up.
I love that fact.
I'm just going to move on. Final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Smiling can lower your heart rate and your stress level. So smile. If you really want to get wild, maybe laugh as well. Huh? Want to try it? All right. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. A survey found that this causes people to panic about 3 times a month. What is it?
3 times a
I
month.
can't even imagine panicking about this.
I don't have
The
any
feeling
idea.
they have nothing to wear.
Oh,
I have
jeez.
actually been in a situation where I had nothing to wear. I'm like, where's the laundry? And she's like, it's in the laundry. It's all in the washer and the dryer. I'm like, all of my clothes are in the washer and dryer. People come over.
You
like,
have panicked.
But they're like, what?
You have panicked
Why are you wearing a
before.
swimsuit? I'm like, long story. Let's come into this business meeting and get it over with. All right. Mint Mobile. I wish I was kidding, but that's true.
Yeah,
Mint
that
Mobile
happened.
question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If it's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring in your current phone. iPhones and Samsung phones both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Starting later this year, you'll be able to type out a friendly greeting or order coffee on an iPhone and hear your own voice or something close to it speak it aloud.
Why?
It
Why
won't
would we need this?
Well, here's what. It won't require any additional apps or accounts, just a free software update. While it sounds like a fun feature, personal voice also has a very functional use for those who can no longer speak with the clarity they once did. Tools like this could help them interact with the world and the people in it more easily. Personal voice is one of a handful of new assistive features that will arrive on Apple devices later this year. So when you first hear that, you're like, why would you need that?
Yeah, at first
But
you're thinking that's a
it
really
does-
silly feature, but
I can think of some things that would make that make a lot of sense.
yeah.
So, I don't know. It's a little odd, though, when you first hear it. That's why it's today's Weird News, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. There are some folks that had like a long weekend and they're getting back to work today. I thought this would be the perfect time to share this list. The laws of work. You're always doing something marginal when the boss drops by your desk.
That's true.
You ever been doing that? You're like, oh, we were playing Jenga. Oh,
That
hey, what
is
you doing?
absolutely true.
A pat on the back is only a few centimeters from a kick in the butt. That's true. Another law of work. After any salary raise, you will have less money at the end of the month than you did before somehow. When the boss talks about improving productivity, they're never talking about their own productivity. There will always be beer cans rolling on the floor in your car when the boss asks for a ride home from the office. Well, hopefully not that. The people who get to conferences are the ones who shouldn't. What? The people who get to go to conference. Oh, you get to go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. To err is human. To forgive is not our policy. There's more of these on the list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
InsuranceChicken.com wants to know, how much are you paying for your insurance? I know it seems like a hassle to switch to a different company, but if you can save a few bucks, it's worth crossing the road to InsuranceChicken.com. We have several of the top insurance companies trying to earn your business. They do that by offering great insurance that is cheap, cheap, cheap. Okay, enough of the silly chicken puns. It's time to get serious about saving you money on your insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Our quote today is from a guy named Jeffree Star, who says, haters are just confused admirers because they can't figure out the reason why everyone loves you.
That is true.
It is. We had a neighbor. Do you remember? I won't say his name, but Brian. It was... he hates me. I don't know why. I never did anything other than try to help the guy, but he's always... And I had other neighbors. This is years ago. He probably, I don't even know where he is now, but if he's listening, how you doing, Brian? But it was the craziest thing. They're like, I don't know what he has against you. I'm like, me neither. I've done nothing but try to help the guy.
Yeah, and you were nothing but nice to him either.
Again, love you, dude. I don't know what the issue was, but love you. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. This is actually a really cute story. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. Here's the headline. Animal shelter in Kansas raising money by posting, little air quotes here, sexy photos of their animals' paws. So this is just really cute. Kansas Humane Society came up with a brilliant way to raise money for their animals. It's called Only Paws.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. A nonprofit shelter is, quote, selling pictures of their animals' paws. Every time somebody donates $100, they post 5 photos on their social media. So I just think it's really cute. It's kind of funny.
That's adorable.
It says, times are tough and our pets need to pull their weight, so we're selling pictures of their feet on the internet. We know you want this. For every $100 we raise, we'll post a collection of our spiciest toe beans from a variety of species. All the money raised goes right back to caring for our incredibly sexy animals, KHS wrote. I just think this is really neat. The idea is a spinoff of an adult website called OnlyFans, where racy captions and photos grab viewers' attentions. I've never been on the site, so I have no idea, but I've heard about it. Many fan members claim to make a lot of money on the platform selling photos of their feet for some reason.
Yeah,
again, I don't understand this. But anywhere from $5 to $500 per photo of people's feet. Is that weird?
It's very
if you're into that,
weird.
Nothing, I don't mean to knock what you're into, but it just doesn't make sense to me. But this Only Paws campaign gained a lot of unexpected media attention, helping them raise over $8,000, far beyond their goal of raising $2,000. Dear KS Humane, whoever is running your social media marketing and development campaign needs a raise. You're killing it. I love this, one Instagrammer commented. This is out of control, and I love it, another wrote. This is the greatest marketing campaign I've ever seen, another one said.
Cute.
It says, we never expected that our level of success or recognition would be this high. This is from the director, Jordan. It said, I was raised here, and the level of acceptance this community has for this campaign, just helping us in general, has been phenomenal. So this was a little daring because, it's a bit risque, but it was risque.
Not really. It's cute.
Because it's tied to something that's kind of naughty.
Right.
So I could see where sitting on the board, people would be like, I don't know if we should do this, but I'm really glad they did. They didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing about this bad or mean or, it's just very clever.
No, it's adorable.
So, kudos to you. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. I've got a link to that, by the way, in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.